What's up, guys? Welcome to Four Guys in the Bar. We got a lot to talk about today. Let's watch our opener. Sit back and enjoy.
First round pick. Hey, throw that list away, all right?
Why are we around?
Welcome to the show, it's a Chiefs Blitz night. Breaking down the plays, keeping everything tight. From my homes to the defense, we give you the scoop. Real talk, real stats, we the ultimate troop. This ain't no game, it's our passion on display.
The baby
Chiefs
himself.
Blitz podcast, real fans unite. Every touchdown scored, we ignite the night. From tailgate chatter to post-game debate, we love our Chiefs, yes, never too late.
I would even bring MVS back in the middle of the season.
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar, sponsored by ChiefsBlitz.com, presented by UnderdogFantasy.com. Here's your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense Todd.
Welcome back to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar. I am your host, Nick Athan. Of course, we are presented by ChiefsBlitz.com, your top source for Chiefs news and analytics, analysis, rumors, whatever it is. We talk Chiefs 365 days a year. Again, I'm your host, Nick Athan, along with Mr. Hense Todd with Bow Tie Sports, my partner in this maddening project we've been going on for 2 years, almost 2 years now. It's been pretty crazy. It's been a lot of fun. But what's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm going great. Enjoying this free agency period. Get ready
Excellent.
to
Me too.
Ready for the draft next month. And also enjoying March Madness as well. So,
Woohoo! Can't wait. Can't
so
wait.
let's get into our sponsor today, Underdog Fantasy. Underdog.
Play now in Missouri. If you're looking for a great fantasy game, we've teamed up with UnderdogFantasy.com. You can play $5 and get $50. You can use the special promo code Chiefs Blitz. The game is available in 33 states. Check out the availability map. You must be 18, 19, or 21 years older to play, but it's an outstanding game. The app is very simple. You can deposit and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash for new customers. And make sure you use the Chiefs Blitz code, and so you can register to start playing this amazing game. Play Pick'em on Underdog. You can, with all your favorite NBA players, James, Curry, Ball, anybody and everybody who's in the NBA, you can play higher or lower. It is an amazing product. It's very simple to use. If I can do it, anybody can. And just make sure when you log on to UnderdogFantasy.com, make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz.
That's right. Our amazing
Let's
partners,
go.
Underdog. Check them out. All right. Again, I'm Nick Athan with Hense Todd and Lou Montagna.
Here we go.
Beat up on the young kid today.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. So there we go. So free agency has begun today at 3 o'clock Central Time, about the time we sign off. The league year will be officially open. All these deals will be official. And then you're going to start hearing some of these teams are going to bring guys in for physicals or for a look-see that haven't been signed. Now, the free agent window is shrinking quickly. There's not a lot out there. But we think there's potentially a couple of new targets for the Chiefs that we can talk about on the show. But it's just, man, it just seems like the Super Bowl was yesterday. We were all crying in our beers and tears, and now we're getting excited about what the Chiefs have done early on. So, hey, the NFL moves fast. Can't sit back and relax.
Yeah, the offseason is getting more and more condensed as they push the Super Bowl further into February. If they finally add that 18th game that keeps dangling over the NFLPA's head, then it will really be pushed back as that combine comes up right away. Free agents, let's go. No rest for the wicked.
That's right. The Chiefs had they had a little breaking news, but I can't find the baby. But go ahead and read it. Go ahead, read it.
Baby. Yes, the Chiefs have restructured the contracts of quarterback Patrick Mahomes and defensive tackle Chris Jones, creating almost $50 million in cap space. And for those that like numbers, the Chiefs currently sit at $33.1 million in cap space, and that does not account for the signing of Nick Bolton, Elijah Mitchell, Robert Tanya, and Cole Christensen, and the cornerback we got from the Chargers, whose name is escaping me at the moment because
another Christian Fulton.
Yeah, another Christian. Those will be announced soon. We haven't gotten the breakdown yet. So roughly, we think, speaking to my cap experts around the NFL, the Chiefs, with those guys on the books, we are probably looking at somewhere around 10 to 12 million in cap space. The Chiefs are rumored potentially to be going after a couple of other players. We'll talk about that in a minute. But one caveat to all this is because the Chiefs moved this money around, the cap hit for Patrick Mahomes in 2026 is 78 million. For Chris Jones, it's 44.8 million. It only gets worse in 2027. So the Chiefs will be looking to refinance. I'm in mortgage mode.
Let's go.
Looking to restructure those contracts.
Where is Purdy? What happened to Purdy?
I don't know, man. that was year one.
Used to be pretty good.
Used to be pretty good. Absolutely, indeed.
So obviously, you know, I mean, this is good. I think it's going to be kind of another Josh Allen situation with Patrick. I think they are going to redo the deal and just do a whole new one and extend it out another 10 years, probably closer to like 600 million. So yeah, it's the first
NFL player to get two $500 million contracts.
The next step in the evolution of the franchise, right? I mean, this is the next step in the Patrick Mahomes era. We've seen it now with kind of shaving away some of the fringes and maybe some guys that you thought they would have brought back, trading Joe Tooney, you know, all these different things. I mean, you see it happening in San Francisco last year. Buffalo shed a lot of players, a lot of money. So every team's got to go through this at some point. Except for the New Orleans Saints, who somehow every year is like in the top 10 of money spent. I don't know
how they do that.
In the first day of free agency. Mickey Loomis has just got to have a genius as a capologist, unless it's him, unless he does it himself.
And let's talk about the people that we added. We added Jalen Moore, Elijah Mitchell, Chris. I can't hardly see that. Go ahead,
Christian. Christian Fulton.
Before I jump in here on you, Hense, you guys talked about Christian a little bit yesterday, and unfortunately, I do have to admit I did not get a chance to see that show. But a couple of things you may or may not have mentioned. Okay, first off, back at LSU, he's known as K Baby. Okay,
nice.
That may not have come up. He was a second-round pick to the Tennessee Titans. He was always believed to be a first-round talent, right? Had some issues at LSU. Evidently, there was some tampering with a drug test. He was suspended by the NCAA for 2 years. It was knocked down to 1 year after he appealed a couple of times. So I think that kind of pushed him down in the draft. Never really, obviously didn't make a mark in Tennessee. Had him in LA last year. I don't know if he just wasn't a fit for that Jesse Minter defense or what it was. So they didn't bring him back. So I guess my overall assessment is that this kid has a ton of potential. Potential can get you fired. Or if Dave Merritt can kind of work his magic and just, I guess, understanding the situation that he's coming in to compete for potentially being the number 2 corner. Certainly competing to be the number 3 corner. But there's a lot to work with here with him. I think he is more of a man-to-man cover guy versus being, I'm sure, he's played in zone defenses, but I think his calling card is man-to-man. So anyway, Christian Fulton, really like the signing. I think, they're going to get a lot of value out of this, but obviously you can see in that picture, he caused us a lot of grief.
Well, we're going to dive too much into it.
Go ahead and read what he said.
He said, God will do it. If you know my journey, he always had me believe my best is still to come, Chiefs Kingdom. We'll talk a little bit more about him, in one of our topic segments, but going back to the list, if you throw that back up here, just so we can get everybody up to the current speed, if they're not already, because of course, Four Guys in a Bar presented by Chiefs Blitz is the best place to get your Chiefs news and to get your analysis. So Samaje Perine has re-signed with the Cincinnati Bengals. Justin Watson signed with the Houston Texans. The guy we root for, Tershawn Wharton, got a massive 3-year.
How about Turk's deal? Seriously,
Turk's deal. That was awesome.
We were kind of messing around with maybe he'd get like low 40s. Damn, he got over 50.
I didn't even think he'd get that much.
Look at that.
I thought he'd get a high 30 million total value tops, but Panthers overspent.
Go, Turk.
Last night Justin Reed headed to New Orleans to follow Tyrann Mathieu. DeAndre Hopkins hooked up with the Baltimore Ravens. Of course, the Chiefs placed the tag on Trey Smith. Hollywood Brown, Nick Bolton, James Winchester, Robert Tonyan are the guys that they re-signed. And, of course, they made the trade to get a fourth-round pick in 2026. And the 2026 draft's looking pretty good for the Chiefs. It looks like they'll have some extra compensatory picks next year, some good ones, actually. So they could have probably 8, 9, or 10 slots next year, depending on how the rest of free agency goes. But, hey, I want to get to a few things here. John Harrison, again, caps 33.1. He's estimating somewhere between 18 and 20. And, of course, we need money for the draft class. I'm not sure we're going to need a full 8 to 9 million. I'm not sure how that's all going to shake out. But the Chiefs also did get 2 extra comp picks. So now they have 3 7th-round picks. And I want to get to –
last time they had 3 7th-round picks. What do we get? Nazi, Pops,
and who was the third?
Who was the other one?
Come on, one of you guys out there.
Yeah,
remember.
Who was the third guy in that 22 class? I mean, that was pretty stellar.
That was good. And my good friend Blake Bames, I've known him since my Warpaint Illustrated days. It's great to hear from you. The 2 other guys that we're hearing, yes, it's not 4 guys without 4. A couple of names to keep in mind. You want me to spill the beans now? You want me to wait?
What beans do you have to spill, Nick? What are we talking about here?
I've heard rumblings that the Chiefs have interest in Mekhi Barton, the former guard of the Philadelphia Eagles. Mekhi Becton. Sorry, I'm getting all my names mixed up.
There we go.
And don't be shocked if the Chiefs bring in.
You were muted.
Physical in a workout.
Say it again because you cut out.
I was muted. Don't be shocked if
something happened. Yeah.
All right. So can you hear me now? Are we there? Hello.
Watson.
Don't be shocked if Cooper Kupp comes in for a visit to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, I think Cooper Kupp is going to have a pretty big market. I think. Now again, it's not for the like huge money. But it'll be substantial. I think a lot of the old 30+ wide receivers usually they hold off. And I was going to say that earlier. It just seemed awfully strange that D-Hop took that small of a deal this early in free agency. Like that looks like a deal you would sign like after the draft, right? Teams missed out or whatever, but evidently he really wanted to play for the Ravens. And so that just seemed interesting to me that he jumped so quickly on that.
It's his prerogative.
There you go. Look at that. It was like a prophecy.
How many TDs will they get? We'll see.
This was from 2020. I think it was after Lamar won his first MVP.
Mm-hmm. He said, "How many TDs will this throw get?" I would say 0 because you can't stop Patrick Mahomes, and you couldn't catch an open pass when you was wide open.
They'll still score touchdowns, though. Regardless of what Patrick does.
And he did not catch the pass. So that's how much.
Good job, Blake. It is.
Blake answered Isaiah Pacheco, Nazi, and of course Jalen Watson.
Yeah, so you got, 2.
And Watson was the third as a 7th-round
and
pick.
Nazi started part-time, but that was just
Nazi's days are numbered.
7th-rounders or 7th-rounders. I'm telling you, Nick, I think they move him back into a safety slot, and he's going to get some time. Well, unless they sign a veteran safety, but I don't believe they will. I think they're good with Hicks and Cook back there to start.
And then Connor can go back to playing safety.
You got a handful of guys. So And Watson will now, or not Watson, but Fulton will give him some flexibility at the corner slot, and they'll probably draft a corner at some point.
Yes, MVS. He went to Seattle, Ken. So my dream of
look at MVS. He might be the number 2 receiver up there.
He might be the number 1. Who knows?
No, come on now.
But looking at other news, the Chiefs has they got a good pick in they picked up Elijah Moore. Here's a new look from the the Chiefs account. Chiefs, looking at them in the red and gold.
It looks pretty good, man. Just put that Super Bowl logo on the right shoulder, and we're all good.
That's the look at the kid.
Really good photoshopping there. Let's give it to Mango, huh? Let's go.
Yeah, way to go, Mango. We appreciate all you do, man. You make us look good. Make us look good. That's for sure.
Working out, get ready to protect one guy. Patrick Mahomes, blindside.
Every time I see this, it looks like some kind of spoof. Like that's not even a real guy.
No, that's a real guy.
Yeah,
that's getting your leg work in, man.
Nikki G.
Nikki G on Instagram posted that. We appreciate you.
Is Nikki G his trainer, or like what?
Must be.
But again, the Chiefs have made some more moves. We'll see what moves they make coming into like after today or to going to this weekend. I can see them adding another D tackle or a wide receiver. I know it's another guy that's Randall Moore. That's if I was the Chiefs, I would add him. He used to play with the Arizona Cardinals. He's still young, about 25, 26.
Yep, and it won't be an expensive age, right? Expensive. And Charles Omenihu, I think there's a shot that Charles Omenihu comes back now because he hasn't drawn much interest so far. I thought for sure he'd sign with the Bills, but they signed Bosa. I don't think they have that much money left that they can fit in a contract that he's looking for. So I think there's a possibility that Charles Omenihu comes back, and I hope he does because they really need another pass rusher. Because I think defensive tackle is going to be the key thing. And of course, before free agency started, Hollywood Brown re-signed a 1-year deal. Nick Bolton got a 3-year, $45 million deal. And good to have both those guys back. Those are, to me, the 2 top priorities in free agency that they couldn't hit the street. And kudos to the Chiefs for finding a way to get it done. And for Hollywood, kind of the similar thing is what we talked about Hopkins. He probably could have gotten a little bit more money, but he wanted to stay in Kansas City. And all that rumor to Buffalo was a bunch of BS. It wasn't true. He always wanted to remain in Kansas City, and I think he felt like he owed the franchise something for sticking with him during that injury.
Yeah,
and of course,
I don't think there's any question.
Last year too.
Buffalo may have been very interested in his services, but that's also that happened before they even had the opportunity. So I mean, you'll see. I mean, they've made their moves at D line. I think they brought in 2 D linemen, if you include Bosa in that they have him listed as a linebacker, but he's a D end every day of the week. So,
AV, a new Twitter announced Cup. Robert Tonyan, who was on the Chiefs practice squad last year, had some really good productive years with the Green Bay Packers. Didn't do much with the Minnesota Vikings the last couple of years. He was cut, and the Chiefs had him on the practice squad, but they're bringing him back. He's a blocking tight end. That's what his expertise and his forte is. So, I think the Chiefs have to look at that as someone who's just going to fill a need. And of course, we want to thank Tershawn Wharton and Justin Reed, class guys. For Wharton, small town Division II school in Missouri, comes to Kansas City, really worked his tail off. And finally put it together and had a great year. Samaje Perine, thank you for that terrific catch in the Bills AFC Championship game. And Justin Watson, 3 years. You put it all out there. Again, I'm happy these guys got paid and they're getting another opportunity. They clearly weren't fits in Kansas City any longer, but they were all contributors. And, when you have 20 free agents, you can't keep them all.
Yeah.
So, and also James Winchester's back for his 11th year.
And the fit money-wise, I mean, in terms of Turk, I mean, that was certainly just money. Justin Reed as well. I mean, you definitely would have wanted to keep both those guys, but that that pipeline to New Orleans is something, man. They got a lot of a lot of Super Bowl rings on that team.
Willie Gay might come back to Kansas City too. I've kind of heard those rumblings a little bit. We'll see.
They're coming from you, Nick. All right, so that's why.
Okay.
Also, if you look at,
I'm not the only person.
If you look at Justin Reed, he did the same thing Tyrann Mathieu did. He played with Houston Texans.
He went
to the Chiefs. Right. Then he went back. Then he went to New Orleans. So hey, they did the same thing as well. So before we get into our next the topic, the show topics, let's go on and hear from Resell Electronics.
We want to talk about our new sponsor, Resell Electronics. They buy and sell all of your consumer electronics. For more information, we're going to roll tape. Run it.
Save big on the hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Noland Road in Independence, stop by and visit us today.
That's right. Resell Electronics, 2 great locations, Noland Road and 40 Highway in Independence. If you're looking to buy or sell any of your personal consumer electronics, they are your one-stop shop. You walk in, you tell them the guys at Chiefs Blitz and Bowtie Sports sent you, and they'll give you a 10% discount. Check out their website at resell.electronics.com.
Resell.
That's right. Resell Electronics. Hey, look what we have here.
Wow.
A coach sighting. Coach Andre Tillman joins us.
3 becomes 4.
Became 4. Yeah. All right. Again, I'm your host, Nick Athan, and with Hense Todd, Lou Montagna, and Coach Andre Tillman, we are the 4 guys in a bar presented by ChiefsBlitz.com. Your number one source for Chiefs news. Welcome, Coach.
What's going on, guys?
Joining the show. Hey, we're just going through the madness here. Free agency is off. The Chiefs have done, I think, a really good job managing their cap and getting in some players of need and retaining some good guys. And obviously, the biggest question mark of the whole offseason was, have the Chiefs solved their left tackle problem? I mean, they got a guy who was learning under Trent Williams in San Francisco. He's had some spot starts here and there, but at the end of the day, is this guy going to solve?
Well, what can he add to the team? What can he add to he's a backup for Trent Williams. He's been a backup, but what really can he add to the team? That's what I want to see.
Well, I think he's the best.
Can he get those hands dirty?
Solution that Chiefs have on the roster right now. So let's just put it that way.
Yeah, well.
If for some reason they're able to sign Becton, do they put him at left guard or left tackle? And do they move him inside? I mean, these guys are versatile, and that's what Andy wants. But for me, he showed me enough.
Look at that, Coach. Come on, man.
Sweet. Look at him. All right. Yeah. And he remind me of Taylor, though. He might have some.
I've never seen that machine before. Come on.
I
never have.
I would die. I'd already be dead after
I gotta get
seconds.
one of those.
No way.
Come on.
Shit. Hell, I love to get one of them damn machines. Shit.
Well, you typically, this is, Captain Obvious here. I mean, you typically don't see like great left tackles hit the market. I mean, you saw what Washington, gave up to go get Laramie Tunsil. Not a lot of high draft picks, but they certainly had to give up a bunch of picks.
5 draft picks? 4 draft picks?
And pay them, right? So, Ronnie Stanley, if those numbers were correct, I think Underdog had put it out, or maybe it was per Albert Breer, that the Chiefs were offering a neighborhood of 20 per for Stanley. There's a couple other teams that offered 24. I think Washington was one of them. And he ends up signing for just over 20 per with the Ravens. So obviously he just wanted to stay there. They just don't come available. So I guess this is the next best thing, is that you see some potential in a guy that has played in the NFL, has some tape, successful tape on an NFL team. So you take a shot. It's not like they paid him huge starter money. It's basically
a hell of a machine, man.
A 1 or 2 year deal just to kind of see, can you be the guy? So it's hard. Well, it's hard to answer that question, yes or no, until you see him out there.
Yeah, man. I mean, like the man's in the lab right now. He's working right now, and he got. To me, I feel like the Chiefs. This is a good move for the Chiefs. I really do. I really do feel like that because I feel like he's solid. He might be the best. Who knows? I believe he's not. He's not below average in that position. I believe he's solid. I believe it's a good move for Kansas City. Like you said, Lou, it's the best thing out there. So.
And outside of going to a team and taking over a quarterback, is there a bigger spotlight on a guy? I mean, this kid has got to be ready to roll because playing left tackle for the Kansas City Chiefs now has become like this.
Well,
where are you, sir? You better step up, okay? So I'm sure that he knows the deal. He knows why he's getting paid, how much. How many times more he's been paid to this point. So,
hey, the most valuable left tackle now. Can we finally give the left tackle some love? Maybe now we might get MVPs for the tackles.
Maybe we can. And
the most valuable left
Dan Moore.
The spotlight is on you, Jalen.
Hell yeah, it is.
No pressure, kid.
Yeah, protect that fade, man.
What'd you say?
Mahomes' fade, man.
Yeah, Dan Moore. You look at the contract he signed with the Tennessee Titans. Which is it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy the amount of money that Mike
to be a starting left tackle that was in free agency, right? I mean, the Steelers have been searching for offensive linemen, it seems like, for 10 years, and they didn't bring him back. So I'm not saying nothing against the guy, but I mean, that tells you a little bit of something, but
that says a lot to me.
He's got size. He's got NFL tape. I'm sure some of it is good, not perfect, but hey, timing is everything.
Talk about it.
Right.
Timing is everything.
Timing is everything.
But I mean, like I said, like he just got to just do it. Honestly, just do a good job. Not the best. Just do your job, and that's it for real. I don't expect much from this guy. Just do your job, man.
Yep.
Honestly,
I agree.
Just be decent. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, Bo. Right? Just be decent, Bo. We don't need a lot of sugar on this guy right now. You know what I'm saying? We just need him to do his job. That's it. Just do his job, man. Just do it.
Yeah, but I would say the kid. Is he going to solve the left tackle issue? I don't know. I'll still say draft one in round one. Bring in competition at the position because if you look at the contract details, it's looking like it's a more 1 year prove it deal. And also, you don't know what they're going to do with Jawan Taylor at left tackle next year. They probably, they're going to probably cut him or, because his money going to be too much on the salary cap. So, hey, if I'm the Chiefs, I'm drafting somebody it's still a number one at 31 and bring them in a competition. And then when next year with Jawan Taylor, if they move on, they can slide either or over to the other side. So yeah, so I feel like
still draft tackle. Still Chiefs should still draft the tackle.
Hey,
absolutely.
You don't want to go into the situation in there like last year and just say, oh, we hope or we know what this kid did it with behind Trent Williams and he can be this person, that person. But again, we just don't know. You know what I mean? It's a story that's untold right now. So if the story's untold, you still add to that story and bring in a rookie left tackle.
The never-ending story. The never-ending story.
You wanted to end. You got to end sometimes. You got to hit somewhere. So you probably hit with him, or you hit with some. You hit with a guy that's in the draft and have both of them just battle out in camp and whoever goes
games, man.
Whoever wins that spot gets the spot, man. Whoever wins the spot wins.
This ain't Batman. This ain't Batman the Joker. This ain't Dark Knight, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to fight for your spot. You got to fight for your spot.
So other than that, man, like you said, the kids in the lab working out.
What's the name of this damn machine?
I think it's a leg stretcher. I don't know, sir.
A leg stretcher.
What the call it the Mahomes protector.
Yeah, I think that is the technical term. Leg stretcher.
I'm at it.
Leg stretcher.
It's a couple of questions.
Go ahead.
We got Paul Lorenz. Do you think Sky Moore will be cut to free up more than $1.5 million? I mean, it's entirely possible.
If they bring in another veteran wide receiver, I could see that happening. But if they don't, then they'll certainly let it play out through camp.
Right.
I mean, if it was a big number, potentially, but that's not really much.
Yeah. And King Mo's asking about Tim Patrick. Is he too risky to sign?
He's been hanging around. I mean, he was very successful in Denver.
Yes,
when he got opportunities to play in Detroit, he basically is himself. He would be a guy that you could say would be more valuable to have on the roster than Sky Moore.
Exactly. I agree.
But Tim Patrick is a guy that you would wait if he's available after the draft and you don't like what you got there, maybe. But that would it's not a high. I wouldn't say he was a high priority. If they were, to me, at wide receiver, again, it depends on the money and what the market is once all three of them are available, because you get Diggs, Amari, and Cup.
Now Cooper, I would take in a heartbeat.
One of those three, but they are going to have. I believe that the Patriots are going to put
younger
severe pressure.
Yeah, I'm about to say Tim Patrick. He's 31 years old.
It's like a broken record over here. Younger. Do you see how young the wide receiver group is? How much younger can you get?
Nick said he wants Cooper Cup, and I was like, he's 30 something. I just want somebody just younger.
You need to have.
I would take Lockett. Yeah,
I'm saying you want to have one of those guys in that room be. If you can get one of those three guys, you certainly would want to have them in there for a year or two. You are still going to draft more than likely a wide receiver. So there is more youth.
So
but
let me ask you
your most senior wide receiver in there now is Hollywood, and I think he's 27. So I don't know how much younger you want to get.
That's a veteran. That's your veteran right there.
Yeah, but he really isn't.
In 4 years.
He's 27 years old, but he's not really. I don't even look at him as a veteran because I don't know that he's ever done anything to say, okay, that's the guy we can hang our hat on. We're still waiting for him to have his high potential year.
So we got
my point in bringing in Cup or Diggs or Amari Cooper is somebody that is a really good route runner. And I would say I would put Cup and Amari in that class for sure. That can teach these guys really how to do these things. And I'm not saying that the team doesn't do it, but if you're watching guys that are just at the top of their game in terms of the technical parts of the position and the ability to come in and out of breaks and get yourself open, that is huge. You can have a coach telling you things and you can watch all the tape, but if you got a guy right there, you're watching him.
I watch from the hill. I watch
breaking
from the
news.
Go ahead.
I got breaking news.
Where's the news?
Is it the Chiefs?
The Bills are trading Khair Alam to the Cowboys. So that was the guy that they took after. That's the guy. He
was the guy they took in the first round, a corner from Florida after McDuffie, after they missed on McDuffie or they trade whatever. And but I mean that. So it was breaking news for Nick to laugh.
No,
okay?
real talk.
Anything I can do to torment the Bills were awful cruel to the Chiefs this last weekend.
Back to what I was saying about the veteran wide receiver room. I was there at training camp watching from the hill, and I've seen these guys like 4, 1, and 5. They was just all teaming up. Hollywood was helping them on routes, how to run routes and everything else. I know y'all probably saying Hollywood ain't shown it on the field, but if you look all summer, he had them guys working into the night, training and everything else before he got hurt. If he never got hurt, we won't be talking about D-Hop to the Chiefs for a 5th round pick. They would never been on the radar. It would have been Hollywood Brown, Rasheed Rice, and Xavier Worthy. They would have been their receivers and going into the season last year. So.
Right, but it wasn't, and we know that we've got some league stuff coming up with Rasheed. We don't know about Xavier. I mean, he was exonerated and probably didn't do anything wrong, but who knows?
Yeah, he will not be suspended.
But more than likely, he'll be fine. And you got Hollywood.
So
I don't think bringing in a guy that still has some stuff left in the tank is going to be a negative. It's not like you're bringing him in to be the number one receiver. He's coming in to be like the number 2 or 3, probably.
Mhm.
Let me ask y'all this real quick. Let me ask y'all
If
this
that.
real quick. For the people in the panel and for y'all too. Who would y'all rather take? What veteran receiver would y'all take? Lockett, Cup, or Patrick? Which one would y'all take?
If I had to choose, it'd be Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper.
That'd be
for
Cooper,
sure.
yeah.
You didn't put him in
the guy
you
in
didn't
there.
put him
I didn't
in
put him in
there,
the goddamn. I didn't put him in the rotation.
No, you
but
didn't.
If I had to choose,
since you said it, right. So who would y'all pick? Everybody
I
say
think-
Cooper.
Cooper's the best fit.
I think I would go. In my order would be Amari, it would be Cup, and then Diggs.
with my order, it'd be Amari Cooper, Cup, and Randall Moore. Randall Moore is still young. You know, he didn't get an opportunity with the Cardinals to play very well, and the other team that he played with very too. And he's still young.
Now,
about
if you're gonna go small,
Right, you went small,
if
man.
You're gonna,
Like,
if you're gonna, no. If you're gonna go small, I would go with a Moore, but I think Elijah Moore from Ole Miss that played for the Jets and then most recently with the Browns. He still has like first, second round potential. And I think, again, for a smaller guy, if that's the way you were going to go, I think he would be a little step above Rondale Moore from Arizona.
I think Patrick for me. I like Tim Patrick. I like his size, man. Like I like his build. I feel like he'll fit perfectly with Kansas City, and I like Cup too. I like those two, Cup or Patrick.
Yeah.
Those
Again,
it would. Man.
When I say one of these guys, I mean only one of those guys. Like I said, you don't want to overage the wide receiver room.
Yeah.
But I think if you have a guy like that in there, it can do nothing but help. It's nothing against Hollywood. We just haven't seen it for a full season. Right. So
yeah, and we don't know.
Makes
And
sense.
again, can he be there? But I think a veteran wide receiver is definitely going to be added to the roster. But you know, listen, there's definitely there's some other free agents out there, you know, that could be great fits for Kansas City as well.
Depending on his health, Draymond Jones, I think, is available.
Yeah,
he started out in Denver, got really good, got paid in Seattle. I think he still has some left in the tank is in terms of an interior lineman. I think he could be a good fit in this defense.
Right.
But really, other than that, I mean, it's really just kind of like backup players. I mean, at this point, there's really not a ton of like big time, like somebody that you could just like plug and play and say he's good. He's a full-time guy. So these guys that you're getting now or that are still available. Yeah, I think Poona Ford signed with somebody, Kareem.
Did he?
I want to see he signed with the Rams.
Oh, okay.
But that would have been a good one too. Yeah, there's some interior. There was a bunch of interior guys, and there were so many in the draft as well. So if they miss out on any one of these veteran D tackles, there's at least 10 really good ones in this draft coming up, and there's probably more. But guys that could virtually, 10 guys could certainly go in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, I want to answer Weston's question, Weston Brewster. The big move I was talking about was more in the size and the stature of the man. Mekhi Becton?
Becton,
used to play with the Eagles last year on a 1-year deal. We have heard that the Eagles will not re-sign him, so they just traded for a starting guard from the Houston Texans. He is definitely on the Chiefs' radar. How he fits and where you place him on the offensive line and what this means for Kingsley Su'a-Mateo, remains to be seen. But it just gives him another guy who can play guard and tackle in a pinch. So we'll see, depending on how much money they have. Again, we went through the salary cap a little bit earlier. We think the Chiefs have between 10 and 12 million after all the free agent contracts are done to do some work and to have enough money for the draft without stress redoing Trey Smith's contract, which, I'm sure when the Chiefs need the money, they'll do it. But when that happens remains to be seen. But for now, the Chiefs have cleared almost 50 million cap space thanks to restructuring Patrick Mahomes' contract and also with Chris Jones.
Yeah, Blake, I think you're thinking of Azeez Ojulari. He's an edge rusher. if they were looking at that for somebody that's, again, great pedigree, like you said, playing at Georgia, good pass rusher, Giants don't want him. I mean, again, that's nothing. He may have been used incorrectly. There could have been any number of issues there.
That's a shocker.
I would imagine, if the Chiefs are looking to edge, that would certainly be a name. I'm surprised he's still out there. So maybe there's some injury issues. I don't know.
I'll say Charles Ameno, bring him back.
I agree.
Be a could fit, right back into this game, bring him back into here. Our Thornhill, I would bring Thornhill back, on a 1-year deal. And Nick Chubb,
it might be too pricey.
If Nick Chubb to see what he want to do, so you still had a little left in the tank. You took the risk on Kareem Hunt. So if Nick Chubb's still out there and he can just survive any kind of spark to the running back room, why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, they did trade for Elijah Mitchell. So
you said Nick Chubb. You go ahead and get Nick Chubb's, man.
If they didn't trade for Elijah Mitchell, I wouldn't mind. And if he checks out medically, he's had at least 3 or 4 ACL tears in his career. Going back to Georgia, but every time he comes back, that dude is just a clear professional. Never complained once in Cleveland. Always, just production year after year after year.
I agree.
I would imagine if you talk to Kareem Hunt about Nick Chubb, the glowing report would be just eye-popping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about can Christian be a long-term fit for the Kansas City Chiefs?
This is a good signing. If you look at his career, like Lou mentioned early on, if you look at his career with the Tennessee Titans, it wasn't all that great. But he played in the first half of the season. I thought he played really well in the Chargers. Then he had an injury that he really couldn't shake all year. He tried to play through it. If you play for Harbaugh, you play with injuries. And he did his best. He obviously made the infamous interception that led to the Rashee Rice injury. And he also got beat by Xavier Worthy for that long touchdown. But nonetheless,
and
he's athletic. He's athletic. He's great in supporting the run. I watched some film on him yesterday, and he made some terrific one-on-one tackles. He had a ton of tackles in his career so far, 5 career interceptions. So he's the kind of Spags cornerback that excels in the defense, and this gives McDuffie room to maneuver. Watson on the outside, and again, was it Watson, Cook, Najee Johnson, and Joshua Williams are all unrestricted free agents next year. So Veach signed him to a 2-year deal. It's going to average about $10 million per season. This gives them some time also to work McDuffie's extension. Hopefully they do that at some point this season. But this is a good fit for Kansas City's defense. I'm sure Spags is loving it. And you can never have enough cornerbacks and never enough running backs, as the old Marty used to say. Marty Schottenheimer, the late great coach of the Chiefs. But I like this move. It was a surprise. I didn't see it coming, but I'm glad they made this addition.
I like the move. You get a nice little vet back there, man. It's pretty decent. Like you said, Nick, he's good in run support, pretty solid in coverage, I just want that man to come here and do his job. Does he fix Spag's system? I believe so. I believe he got the physicality for it. So I do believe this is a good signing. And I believe he can contribute to this team, though, for real. I really do. So I like it. I have no complaints with the signing.
He has every opportunity to be. The pedigree is there. The athleticism is there. You talk about, guys that play corner at LSU or play wide receiver at LSU. They're not recruiting bums to get to play those positions. These guys are like the elite of the elite, right?
Ain't grading bums.
Now the only thing, he hasn't shown it on a consistent basis how good he can be. So this is kind of a low risk, but the ceiling is very high. So if he can kind of summon it all together, if the coaches can get him to buy in and just basically play within that defense, and he's got to have a chip on his shoulder, right? I mean, he's been now turned away. He's less than, what's he, like 25 years old? He's already coming on to his third team. You know, the wake-up call should have come. So this is it.
Yeah.
And you have an opportunity to be the number 2 corner on this team.
Right.
Even the number 3 corner, but you still, again, I don't know. Again, there's going to be, I think, like a book written at some point. What the hell is happening with Joshua Williams? And maybe it's just a book that I would read, but I want it to come out. Somebody, Nick Jacobs, somebody, Derek, come on.
Man,
somebody's got to write this book. Because
he's hilarious. He needs his own talk show.
He's still squarely in that mix, but I think Christian, he has every chance, and he may be more physically talented than any of them outside of Trent.
Joshua.
Yeah, and they're both small corners too. So those are things they've had to overcome, in their careers, and I think they'll be fine. Spags runs a very unique defense, and the way he uses his corners, and he moves them around, and he uses their strengths. And as Blake said, Spags and Merritt got Fuller and Breland to look pretty good, and they did. So I'm confident that this is the right place, right fit. The money's good. It's only a 2-year deal. They can technically get out of it after 1 year if it doesn't work out, which is good news for the Chiefs. But
we gonna see summer games.
I like this move a lot.
Kid was he's a first round talent. I mean, no,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'll say it's a good fit. I'll see what he's gonna do. On the outside of Trent McDuffie. Other than that, but I feel like is he gonna be the long term fix? You still draft somebody on the third.
Yeah.
Well, one of
those is gonna draft corners.
Yeah, because this draft is full with good corners is coming out this year. So so I
yeah, man, it's about 15 good, strong, productive corners that fix Spags system.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, about speaking of somebody fitting the system, can my guy, the Golden Jacket kid, finally get his time to shine?
Which one?
Shit, hey, go to my guy. Can he?
You got to come out with a roster, Hense. Come on. you should have the gold. Where's the Gold Jacket graphic? We need that graphic.
The Gold Jacket graphic.
Come on. It might take up 2 screens, but hey, that's all right.
Oh goddamn!
Yeah, I want your gold jacket list a week from today. All right.
That gold jacket list, that shit was thick.
Put a date on it. Put a time on it. Let's go.
That's a 40-minute show. That's a 40-minute show.
Let's have keep it to 10 guys. All right.
All right, so you want Curran on the Chiefs roster, or
yes,
on the Chiefs roster?
I said yes.
10 that's going to make it in the Hall of Fame.
The guys that you are glazing up.
Big glaze.
Yes. Really good, Justin. I think he will. Go ahead and answer that question, Coach Dre.
Okay, can Jaden Hicks fill the Justin Reed role? Hell yeah, he can.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, he can. He did it this year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, last year, this year, you know what I'm saying. He did it. Oh, he a thumper too. He can cover. So yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. To me, I feel like when Justin Reed left, I was like, damn, because I like Justin Reed because Justin Reed had a hell of a season.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah, he had a hell of a season, man. I said, yeah, he
hits like a cement truck.
Yes, he do.
Smarter than anybody else on the field.
That's
the part of Jaden Hicks' game that we don't know is the intangible part. That's because I think physically he can certainly do it. It's going to be okay. And I'm not making any comment whether he can or he can't mentally, but we have to see it. Can he communicate? And you've got Bolton that kind of keeps the front 7 in line. Then you had Reed in the back kind of directing the secondary. If Hicks can do that, now all of a sudden he may be, a notch or 2 above Justin Reed. But where Justin made up for maybe some of his athletic shortcomings is he's such a smart guy and could anticipate things that he didn't have to be necessarily the fastest guy in the field to get to where he needed to be on time. So that's the thing that I would have questions on in terms of Jaden picking up, just knowing the whole defense and knowing where to kind of plug his guys in pre-snap.
Oh, Ruben said, Dre, you was dogging Reed. Yes, I wasn't dogging Reed. I wanted to make sure
you dogged him all season long.
Man, hold on, man. That was Hense's fault. He was glazing this dude, man. He kept glazing him.
Yeah, you talked to him all season.
We don't call him Waffle House for nothing. Come on.
I was just trying to make sure. I was trying to check, guys. I was checking his temperature.
Check the wind.
I was checking his temperature.
Watch which way the weather vane is spinning.
Whatever,
and that'll tell kind of which way the coach is going to go, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, man.
Exactly.
I want to check his temperature, man. I want to make sure that he was the real deal, and he surprised me. He is. He's the real deal. I like him. You know, I had to make sure because Hense was glazing this dude so damn much. I was like, man, who is this dude? Is he really that good? And he showed me this year. He's solid. I like him.
Hey, he let
Just when I start liking the dude, he leaves. Ain't that a bitch? Let's get
but
he's good though.
But I think Jaden Hicks, is going to be the best option. Probably one of the top safeties that's going to be on the field next year for all teams. I'm just saying, maybe top 3. I'm just saying, the kid plays like lights out. You know, I seen it. Hey, the kid, you seen it all year. You seen it in training camp. It led over into preseason. Also, it led over into the real season on the field. The kid played lights out. Now, my concern is his partner next to him. Is Cook going to play up to the next level?
Well, you don't glaze Cook.
You know what I mean?
He should be healthy. In fairness, coming off that surgery where his foot was completely turned the opposite way.
Oh, that's what happened this season. That's right. He's still
I think it's gonna be very, very competitive. You know, again, I truly believe they're gonna move Nazi into one of those roles. Shamari will be there. Messing around with that role. So
that boy's ankle is tender. That's
I don't think. I think Cooks may be penciled in, but there's certainly going to be competition at all those.
There's some really good safeties in this draft.
Outside
Nick,
outside of McDuffie, I think everything else is up for grabs. Quite frankly.
Yeah. John Harrison, I'd be a mean coach if any player needs to be smarter. Get your ass in the film room and study. Make yourself.
Hell yeah, John. I agree with that one. Hell yeah.
I totally agree with that.
That's what you got to do.
Ray Lewis did it.
Shit. That's my guy. That's my top.
Did a lot of things.
Coming out.
That's true. That's true.
I love it when he says, "That's my guy."
Everybody
there's like 100 of them.
That's my guy. That's my guy. That's my dog.
Top safety coming out this draft. Hey, I feel like if Mango shows
I don't even know if that's a solid rumor, Tom. Yeah, I think it's just a lot of us trying to will it into reality.
Yeah.
No, I think he does.
That's what Nick doing right now.
He's not officially cut till 3:00 your time. So
we got 23 minutes.
Yeah, boy, if y'all get cupped though for the Chiefs, I'm gonna love it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, damn, that's a good one.
I think New England's going to offer him some decent money. There we go.
The gold jacket.
Look at that. Gold tie, too.
Damn, man. Shit.
Wow.
Hey, the golden jacket kids. The list will be out, guys. I'm going to have the list of the golden jacket kids.
Jaden Golden Jacket Club.
Also, you're going to need like a full roll of toilet paper to put all their names on it.
Man,
my latest mock draft, I had the Chiefs selected him at number 1. Somehow he fell all the way to 31. I said, hey, Justin Reed's gone. You don't know Cook will be gone next year. So, hey, go ahead and draft the rookie there. So, but again, hey, the golden jacket club. Hey, maybe I got a golden jacket. It's a little bit gold. It's goldish brown. But other than that,
well, you should get yourself one. Come on.
The list will be coming soon.
That's a long ass list, though, bro. Because you didn't glaze everybody in this damn roster, bro. That's a long ass list, bro.
Programming note, Hensley. I do have some Chiefs trivia if you're looking for it.
Okay. Okay. We'll get to that right after this one. Do y'all? Is he a good addition for the? You think he'd be only addition for the Chiefs running back?
He got some speed, man. Like what the Chiefs like to do. Like
I think they will. If they don't draft one, they'll bring in some UDFAs. Steele's going to have to compete for his spot. I think they all have. Pops is going to have to compete for his spot. I don't think anything.
Summer games, man. Summer games will be intense.
So whether Now, again, I don't know that they bring in a veteran free agent unless it's just somebody like after the fact. Chubb would be a great one to bring in, but you already made a trade, whatever, or you made the deal to bring in Mitchell, so you kind of have that spot. If you're not feeling good about Pops, then maybe Chubb is an option there if the knees are right. But I would rather see them draft a guy not in the 7th round, but maybe like in the 3rd or 4th.
I have to draft
one of the like the running back the running back group is pretty deep.
So who you drafting in the 1st round, Nick, at running back?
I'm drafting North Carolina running back Amarian Hampton.
Oh, if he does, he falls there. He reminds me of Jason Taylor. No, is it Jason Taylor or wherever his name Taylor for?
He looks like Priest Holmes to me.
He's a big. He's a very large.
I thought you like Devin Neal. I thought you like Devin Neal, Nick.
He's a very large man. He's fast. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he has potential to go in the top 20. Mm-hmm. I think he does. Again,
if he slips, that's my new 1st round pick for the next draft.
So over Neal?
Yes.
Damn.
I love Devin Neal. I do. And if he's there in the 3rd and 4th round, the Chiefs haven't taken a running back, I'm all in.
Nick, I pay attention to you, Nick. That's a strategic tactic you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Veach, though, he wants to push that back. I'm telling you, still PTSD over Clyde.
I think the Chiefs are going to trade out of the 1st round anyway, to be honest with you. So we'll see. I think one of the quarterbacks is going to fall. And
that's always a possibility because that somebody gets desperate. They're going maybe Jackson Dart starts to fall.
Yeah,
right. And somebody really loves him. Like if the Giants don't get Cam Ward at the top of the draft, now all of a sudden if they really like Dart, they might have to trade up ahead some other teams.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
So my answer is no.
Yeah,
they will add someone else. I think they'll draft one. They may even bring in some.
I like
another vet. Sorry.
Okay.
I like Gibbons, but my guys, as I watch more and more of his tape.
Man, how long is your tape selection, bro? You got a lot of tape out here, bro.
I like the kid.
Man. He sends these tweets out at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, please.
He watches.
I don't think Mango sleeps at all.
He watches tape.
I don't sleep.
No, Hensley's watching tape like Coach is looking at porn. I mean, it's just like it's like an all night thing.
That's an all nighter.
If you get a message from Coach in the middle of the night, hey,
that's a good time. That's a good take there.
Be talking about hands and feet and everything else.
Hey, boy, you gotta put your hands and feet where it needs to be.
I like the kid from Iowa State, Jenkins or Jaden.
Ohio State.
What's his name?
Quinshon Judkins.
Yeah, Judkins.
Transferred from Ole Miss. Yes.
I feel like he'll be a perfect fit.
Either one of those two guys, I think, would be a great fit with the Chiefs, meaning Travion Henderson or Quinshon Judkins.
Ooh, from Ohio, that boy.
There are a lot. I mean, depending on what Veach is looking for, he's probably thinking he doesn't have to jump on one in the 1st round. So.
Does his game remind you of Saquon Barkley, Luke?
The more you watch, I mean, Saquon is just.
He's got study tape sleepovers.
Saquon's like one of one. I would hate to put that on somebody. No, not really. No.
Oh shit.
No, okay, let's put it this way: if Saquon was in this draft, he'd be the top running back. It wouldn't be Ashton Genty.
Hey, what's the deal with Ashton Genty? I think it's just his size. He's just too too small. I don't think
he's going to be good. I don't think he's going to be a good pro back.
Plenty of speed, contact balance. I mean, he has every tool, and he can catch. He'll go in the top 15 picks.
He'll be in the top 15, but he's going to need some work.
I got the Chiefs just selecting a running back in the 2nd round.
King Mo. I do like Jordan James too. Jordan James is nice. I like Jordan James, man, from Oregon.
Yeah.
So what you have for us for Chiefs? Who today?
All right, gang, and sticking with the seasons, here we go. Free agent, Chief who? Let's do this. All right, so there are 3 of them this week, as there have been through the off season, if you would. We did the franchise tag. We did what did we do? A combine one, I think. Yeah, sure. So here we go. Of course, brought to you by our friends at Underdog Fantasy Sports. So, which Chief free agent had the greatest receiving day by a Chief? Chief free agent who had the greatest receiving day as a Kansas City Chief? Hensley?
The greatest free agent, Johnny Morton?
Not Johnny Morton. How about Nick?
Eddie Kennison.
Stephon Page, over 11 yards.
Okay, that is one. I'll accept another one, too.
Okay.
I will accept a second answer.
Hey, Hense cheated though. Hense said 2-1, bro. You can't do that, bro.
How about Coach? What do you got?
Free agent, right?
Number one
free agent. Andre Rison.
No. So Nick was correct. Stephon Page, undrafted free agent versus San Diego.
Okay,
eight catches, 309 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I thought
a traditional free agent, Sammy Watkins. 9 catches, 198 yards, 3 touchdowns. I believe it was opening day versus Jacksonville. And we thought, oh my God, this is going to be great. And it was, he made some big, but it wasn't as consistent. But anyway. Yeah. All right. So number 2, the last free agent to lead this team in rushing. The last free agent to lead the team in rushing.
Last free agent lead the team in rushing. It was Jet McKinnon.
Okay.
No,
not correct.
It was
Nick.
Was it Blaylock?
It was not.
The last free agent lead the Chiefs in rushing.
Kareem says Williams. Weston says Kareem. It says Priest Holmes was a trade, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn, I'm stumped.
Okay, so it looks like Mango, Weston Brewster, ding, ding, ding. Yes, this past season, Kareem Hunt, 728 yards.
Oh, really?
There you have it.
He said, well, really?
Okay, so the last one, here we go. The last free agent to lead the team in sacks for a season. Last free agent to lead the team in sacks.
To lead the team, or he had the most lead the team. Shoot.
Yes, lead it would be first, most, top.
All the above, man. Let me see. Shoot.
Go to Dre. I'll
pass. Nah, don't go to me, bro. Nah, don't do
Nick,
that. Don't
okay.
What's that? Your voice is cutting out.
Hicks.
Pardon?
You said Hicks.
I don't know what's going on. Eric Hicks.
Eric Hicks. Okay, it's not Eric Hicks. What do you say? Hence?
Oh, I'll say last pass rusher that lived, free agency.
A lot of Eric Hicks coming. Eric Hicks from Erie, Pennsylvania, folks. That's right.
What's that? Frank Clark was a trade. Charles Omenihu.
Not Charles Omenihu.
No, I know definitely wasn't him.
What do you say, Coach? This might be your era. This might be your era.
Or I know, I feel it. It's right here. I got a guy. I'm trying to get his name. I'm trying to.
I don't think there's any chance in hell. Stop Googling. Get out of here.
I'm not even Googling. My hands.
We're using our own wits. Nick, let me see your hands. Hensley, let me see your hands.
Yeah, hands looking at the other screen. He ain't slick.
Coach, what do you got? Come on.
Damn. Okay.
Going once. Going twice.
He don't know.
Going thrice. Man. No, he doesn't know. Nobody knows that. Can't believe it was none other than Vonnie Holiday in 2003.
The hell is that?
With 5.5 sacks.
I mean, I got pretty good memory, but I don't remember him at all.
That's right, folks. That's why we're playing cheap food. This ain't the layup line. We're shooting.
Hey, bro,
deep
it's funny because Nick be on point.
threes,
Baby. Who the
This
hell is that?
This is Caitlin. This is Caitlin Clark range. This is Steph Curry
shit.
range.
That was a good one.
Come
Lou.
on now. Let's go. That was a good one. It
was
for this crack staff at Chief Who, the free agent.
What the hell is that?
And of course, brought to you by
Throw a bonus one in there. Throw a bonus.
Underdog Sports.
Underdogs.
Lou got plenty of bonuses. I know Lou got one under his sleeve.
Hey, so you gotta wait till next one. Then wait till next.
Hey, ain't gonna lie, Nick.
Man.
That was a good. Nick said, "Who the hell is that?" It's like you be like, "He did really?"
Yeah,
that's crazy. Who the hell is that?
I didn't know that one.
Like,
let's get right into underdog quitters.
Play now in Missouri. If you're looking for a great fantasy game, we've teamed up with UnderdogFantasy.com. You can play $5 and get $50. You can use the special promo code Chiefs Blitz. The game is available in 33 states. Check out the availability map. You must be 18, 19, or 21 years older to play, but it's an outstanding game. The app is very simple. You can deposit and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash for new customers, and make sure you use the Chiefs Blitz code, and so you can register to start playing this amazing game. Play Pick'em on Underdog. You can, with all your favorite NBA players, James, Curry, Ball, anybody and everybody who's in the NBA, you can play higher or lower. It is an amazing product. It's very simple to use. If I can do it, anybody can. And just make sure when you log on to UnderdogFantasy.com, make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz.
Well, that's right. Playing out in Missouri, make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com.
I know it's funny, guys. Like, Lou, I like what you do, but when you don't know shit about free agency, you be like, "Oh, he was the lead receiver. Oh, he was the lead tackler." What the
yes,
fuck is that?
He was a bust, but he led the team in sacks in 2003.
That's crazy,
guys. Where did he go to school? I seriously don't remember him at all.
I think he may have come from the Packers. I'm not sure. There you go. Ken's got it. Green Bay. Yep.
It's at Green Bay then. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, good one, though, Lou. That's a good one.
Right? Oof. Marty years.
2003. No, that was.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Hey, off the Chiefs real quick. Why did the 76ers beat Larry Bird up?
Why did what?
All right, back in the 80s, Larry Bird got jumped by Dr. J. No, why did they jump Larry Bird?
Did you watch some video?
Oh, hey, all week I've been watching.
Did you? All right. Did you watch any of the ABA?
No, that's my next one I'm doing today.
When he was playing for the Nets. Also played for the Virginia Squires. I think that was his first team.
I love it.
Well, Bird was a big time trash talker.
But damn it, the whole team jumped him though. Moses Malone choked him.
And I would imagine he pissed them off. I mean, if you watch any of those series, I mean, especially because they matched up in the playoffs a lot, and usually it was usually to go to the championship. But whenever, if Detroit was playing, I mean, there was always stuff. I mean, look at most famous one I can remember was in the finals when McHale just clotheslined Kirk Rambis was going in for like a fast break layup, and he just clotheslined him. That was just like a regular foul. That dude is suspended for like a week. They might have to like send him to therapy to anger
he'd be suspended more than that.
Man, ain't gonna lie, guys. The more I watch this, I said, "Damn, bro."
I don't know what play you saw, but Bird, big time trash talker.
Man, listen, Moses Malone had
really good.
Dr. J punched him all in his face. I'm talking about some free shots. I said, "Oh," but listen, guys, they didn't get ejected. All none of them got suspended or nothing.
Nope, that was just the norm. It was
the referee.
It was like the AFL days.
The referees weren't under nearly as much scrutiny from the public.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot of that stuff was accepted.
Well, not now. You get suspended for a year.
No.
LeBron James barely got bumped in his chin. He falls all out crazy. I said, "Nah, bro. Like back in them days, bro, they would let that slide."
Ken, I think you're right. I'm pretty sure it was under Dick Vermeil. I think you're right.
Yeah. Brent Fun was a free agent. Huh?
Yeah.
That's my guy there, man. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Bow Ties Cold Jacket Club.
Hey, keep that on there the whole show, man.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Hense.
Nah, the gold jacket took over.
So the jacket list will be out pretty soon. So
The jacket speaks for itself.
I love
Hey,
it. I love it. I love it.
just put gold jacket in your spot. Just put the gold jacket in your spot. Or just put the gold jacket right there, bro, for that segment, man.
So do we hang out until the witching hours? Because I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure if anything is really going to happen. The one thing that I want to see is one of these guys to like go back on the agreement,
Change their mind.
just to say, you know what, I thought about it. I'm not coming. Right?
That happened before, did it? That happened before. That happened with the Chiefs.
A couple of times.
That happened with the Chiefs, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's happened before.
Players.
That was what's his name? A wide receiver. He went to the Broncos, right?
Yes.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Emmanuel Sanders.
He was with the Steelers, and
and he was pissed.
It was probably a good move by Sanders at that point.
And Peyton Manning too, right?
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning as well. Renegs on the dick.
Well, I don't know if he ever really gave his word. I think
he was no. I know the whole story.
I think they had a big advantage with John Elway being like the chief recruiter. Just one more reason that I don't like.
He was in Kansas City. He was in Kansas City.
Yeah.
He was sitting talking to Andy Reid. They had John Dorsey had the contract ready, and he was about to sign it. And his agent called and said, "Hey, we're gonna schedule another meeting." Andy was furious. Found out it was Denver. Tried to get him from not going on. The Chiefs tried to get him not to go on the plane that the Broncos had sent. And in return, that didn't happen, and that grudge lasted for a long time.
And so, who's this player we're talking about, real quick? Who's the player?
Oh,
Peyton Manning.
It's still out there.
Oh, the greatest quarterback ever, Peyton.
Well, we had a somewhat similar situation this year because I think Milton Williams had a huge deal Carolina had put in front of him. Now, imagine that if they had signed Milton Williams, they probably don't put that contract in front of Turk. Now, he probably would have went somewhere else, but I think it was kind of like a last-minute thing where, New England got in touch, it's probably a very similar situation and say, hey, here's a bigger deal, a lot more guaranteed. And
Ruben, I ain't gaslight. I'm just saying Peyton Manning is the best quarterback, man. He is. I mean, I'm just an all-around quarterback, just saying. Pure passer, man. Just pure passer.
Yeah. Hey, I want.
It made Hense cry. It made Hense cry. Peyton made him cry. So I know he's a good quarterback.
Kenny Sinclair will appreciate this one. Non-football topic.
Come on,
the Kansas Jayhawks baseball team just tied an NCAA record by bagging 5 straight home runs in a game against the University of Minnesota in a game that they're up 20-1. Wow. In the last 2 games of the season. Can you imagine that? 5 home runs in a row.
Can you find out if it was the same pitcher, Nick?
I doubt it. I doubt it.
If it's the same pitcher, then that coach should be fired. He should have been pulled.
It should be fired. Back to back.
The same pitcher.
I'm guessing it was at least 10 or 12-1 before all that happened. So I don't think the Gophers were coming back that day.
Oops. Nonetheless,
guys, I ain't gonna lie to y'all guys. If y'all really want to watch some real basketball, man, look at the 80s, bro. Like all the talking gonna end, man.
What are you saying? We lived through it. What you
I'm talking about the people my generation and younger. I'm talking about people my generation and younger. They don't understand what real basketball is.
Lou was out there with the high shorts and the headband, getting beat up.
Hell yeah. I never did the headband.
You never did a headband, Lou?
No.
I did. What about the
you did a headband, Nick?
Oh yeah, I had a headband and I had the wristbands, everything, man.
Holy crap! Wow.
I was a baller when I was young.
Jackie Moon.
What position did you play? You play point guard, shooting guard, Nick?
I was a point guard. Yep.
Point guard. Lou, you?
Not very tall. There was really only one position I could play.
So Nick, you about 6'6", 6'1", Nick.
I used to be 6'1", but I'm not 6'1" anymore.
About 6 even. 6 even.
Oh, a little bit less.
I play. Was it point guard? Yeah. Look up the highlights inside it. YouTube.
Here we go. I look at some highlights, bro. I don't want no photo AI shop photos, man. I don't want none of that.
Yes,
Yeah,
Now,
damn
me,
right.
I
I did
play-
the
I
high
play-
socks, Ruben. Yes.
Hey, I play power forward.
Michael Cooper. Come on, man. Yeah.
I was that
Socks
Bruce
are up.
Bowen on my team, man. Southeast. I was like Bruce Bowen, man. I never was I ain't had no handles, but I had great defense and a good shot.
I bet you did have defense. People had all scratched up face and everything.
I smacked fire from him. I sure did. Because like I'm from the old school, man. Old school defense, man. I don't get all that N1 stuff, man. I mean, hey,
That's why he said put your hands and feet on there.
Yeah, man.
His name was Clyde, after Clyde the Glide Frazier.
Clyde the Glide, man.
Because I was a slasher, a referee who refereed all of our games in high school. Was for some reason he just called me that, and it stuck. And
oh, Nick, I got some video on that, Nick.
Signed baseball card,
Nick slashing to the rim.
Clyde the Glide.
I gotta see that, Nick.
He was amazing.
You
That's
got
the only
pictures?
signed baseball card.
You got pictures of you playing basketball?
I have my
know you
team
do.
picture. That's about it.
Send it. I gotta see that. Nick with the headband,
I'll find my
with
team
the
picture and
ice,
I'll
with
post
the
it.
Julius
Yeah,
Erving.
I got the Hense 8x10 glossies in action.
Nice.
No.
I got to y'all old school picture. Y'all getting down, man, for real, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
high,
man.
high
Happy
top,
New Year.
high top chucks, high socks.
Oh, Lou was decked. Lou was a fashionable guy out there.
I never did the headband.
I never really did the headband. I did the wristbands. I never did like the headbands and stuff. I really wasn't too sold on that. So Nick, Lou, you what 5'8", 5'9"?
Oh my! Well, I am now, but no, I didn't really get to that tall. I was probably like a senior in high school. I think it was probably like 5'4".
Damn.
Maybe even shorter. Not very tall at all.
That's Muggsy Bogues, man. You were like Muggsy back in the day, Lou.
Late bloomer.
If
And it really wasn't that great of a bloom.
You said, Nick?
If you are a Cleveland Browns fan, you are just the shit has hit the fan. Russell Wilson is headed to Cleveland for a workout tonight.
Canadian Canuck is on it.
How can they be this stupid?
Mango's on
But
it.
here's the thing with Russ, and I don't know what's going on with the Browns because the Watson, now you got Russ. Come on, Bengals. Come on, Cincinnati, because they all screwed up. Pittsburgh don't know what they're going to do.
I just don't
Browns
get it.
jacked. Come on, Bengals. It's your time now. Come on, we going to the bowl. Mm-hmm. But
Yeah,
Baltimore, you know what's
Don't
crazy
get it.
for real, guys? Real quick, D-Hop going to Baltimore was kind of a little sour to me. I was like, damn, he went to Baltimore. I was like, maybe this man, like, does he have a vendetta against the Chiefs now?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
he must, like I said, it was awfully curious that he would take that type of deal so early in free agency because
Right.
none of the other like 30 plus receivers had signed, or you're even hearing like whispers of somebody signing somewhere. So for him to take that was like, I just want to go play with the Ravens. Now, it also may have been that the Chiefs told him that they probably weren't going to bring him back, or hey, we'll check in with you, in a couple of weeks. But hey, you can't fault him. He's made his money.
No,
I can't.
Yep,
I can't. Look, I understand though.
Had a chance at a ring, but
man, he didn't. I don't, man. That's crazy, man.
Not that they were going to win that game, but that's got to be a pretty. I mean, that's got to be like an all-time low for him. I mean, it's just one play, but still, come on,
man. What is going on? What the hell?
Wilson been a 10-time Pro Bowler.
Man, Russell Wilson, you like the guy personality, but the play in the field is so inconsistent.
Joe
Tooney,
now the fifth guy in the bar.
Man,
yeah, no, I know, Hense, you got to fly here, right?
Yes. So if we have any more breaking news, guys, we will bring it to you.
Yeah,
right?
so we have crossed over. Like again, nothing's going to change. Hey, there may be somebody that kind of flip flops, but nah, I don't think it's going to happen.
So with that said, guys, if we have any breaking news, you'll look for me.
Oh,
and
absolutely. We'll probably be back at some point later today.
Get on social media.
Sure.
Get your
I will
IG,
be at work with breaking
Twitter,
news.
Hit chiefsblitz.com.
I'll be taking
Let's
a
go.
shit with breaking news. You hear me?
Go.
Breaking news. I'm about to break the toilet bowl.